Hoot friends, guess who's ready to watch a special Hooty episode? It's me, Hoot! That's right, I'm back for another reaction, and today we're checking out the Owl House Season 1, Episode 8. I believe this episode is called Knockin' on Hooty's Door, and I caught a little bit of Hooty at the beginning, so I know that this is going to be a Hooty episode. I'm rocking my Hooty colors, or at least the closest shirt I have to Hooty colors, especially in this lighting. Whatever the case, I'm really excited to get into this episode. One, because I've been loving this season so far, and also I think it's cool that we're going to be getting a Hooty episode, because I actually came to like Hooty a lot more as a character in the first few episodes. I like how they went out of their way to develop him a bit. I liked his friendship with Lilith, and I was really sad when she left, and then when Hooty didn't get quite as much attention after that. And you may have seen in my last reaction, I was kind of worried in a couple scenes if they were going back to just making Hooty the fun, overly annoying background character. Even though I did really like him before, I was just worried if they might be going back to that. But that doesn't seem to be the case. It's like Dana Terrace herself heard my concerns, and she was like, "Don't worry, young director Nat, we are going to give a special Hooty episode because we writers know exactly what we're doing, and we're giving all the characters special attention this season, so no reason for you to worry." So yeah, I'm really interested to get into this. I wonder what approach they're going to take. Like I said, I heard a little bit of the beginning. I heard Hooty say dear, so maybe that's him writing a letter to Lilith. Maybe they're following up on being pen pals. Maybe we'll even get Lilith back this episode. Maybe she'll be like, "Knock knock, Hootsifer, how's my bestie doing?" Maybe not, but I do hope we get to see Lilith again soon. Maybe we'll even get some of Hooty's backstory, because if you really think about it, I mean, he actually is the Owl House. Like, that's what the show is called. He is the Owl House, yet he's probably gotten the least exploration into his past out of all the characters, just like little bits and snippets. So I think that would be cool if we got to learn a little more about where he comes from. Let's also go over what's been happening the last couple episodes in case any of that comes into play. We still haven't seen Amity in a while, and you know I love Amity, so always want to see more of her, especially, you know, how she's gonna react after, because she's kind of been avoiding Luz at least for a little while, it seems, so it'll be interesting to see that conversation. But we also got a new character. We got Rain Whispers last episode. I really loved them, and it would be cool to get to them, although it's probably gonna take a little while now that they are captured, but that gives us something else to look forward to. We've also seen more Coven heads. We're getting closer and closer to the Day of Unity, so I'd like to see more of those characters. King also changed his name to Clawthorn last episode, and we got a little hint that his dad, or at least a member of the same species, maybe some other kind of relative, is still out there somewhere. So lots of stuff to be on the lookout for, but for now I'm just curious to see how they're gonna handle Hooty this episode. And I guess there's only one way to find out, so let's not waste any more time. Let's just get right into it.
Dearest Lulu,
Aww.
that you're enjoying your time with your
Typewriter.
I'm writing to let you know that I am a genius. Whence I wrote you last, I was in the throes of a malaise. That's when I got your letter.
Hello, Hootsifer. You write of feeling unimportant while Luce, Ida, and King are off on adventures. But Hooty, you are the Owl House.
Yeah!
Sounds like our little demon is becoming a team man.
Why does that sound so wrong coming from you? You! I am done with this!
Those teens, eh? Their moods change like the wind. Whoa!
I'm freaking out, Hooty. Bellows is planning something big, and I'm weaker than a newborn.
Oh man, last episode really hit her hard.
Can you please be quiet? You're scaring the Echo Mouse. And if he's not happy,
Still on
I'll
this.
never make my way into Amity's heart. I mean, make a portal back home. We have to go.
I gotta go!
We have to go.
You are right, Lulu. These three needed my help. So I devised the plan of plans.
So Hooty's gonna be helping everyone. I like this, and hopefully I'll be able to focus on anything besides what we just got right there, but we'll see. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-dum. Knock, knock, knocking on Hooty's door.
Inspire me to help everyone, Lulu. So I'll start with King.
Sorry, let me pause the episode so it's a little easier to speak. So, I just realized we're on episode 8 of this season, and this is kind of in a way similar to episode 8 of season 1, because that was like a collection of stories. It was like all the characters swap bodies, and we focused on King, Ida, and Luz separately. And it's kind of like they're doing that there, like Hooty's going to be focusing on each of them one at a time. So, I guess this is kind of like just that point in the season. So that's kind of interesting. I always like when shows do things like that. Anyway, moving on.
But would he accept help from me? Never. Unless...
Excuse me?
Is there hair in places? Does your voice crack in a super embarrassing way? I have the answers you seek. You're going through demon puberty!
What?
To determine what kind of demon you are!
Wow.
Besides, I'm pretty sure I'm the only other demon here, so what other choice do you have? Our ancestors arose from the muck of a decomposing titan.
King was teaching Luz, and now Hooty's teaching
But all
Key.
demons can be placed in 3 categories.
Okay.
Bug, biped, and beast.
Yeah, okay, everyone knows about the 3 Bs.
Do not interrupt!
We don't. Or I don't.
Gah.
Bug types naturally communicate through dance, like so.
I would not want to be around the one on the left after she tried to eat Luz, but apparently witches eat fairies, so.
Don't you talk about my mother! Let's see if you're a biped demon. They walk on 2 legs and even have bile sacs.
So King could do magic if he had one?
Don't get mad if you can't.
You're going up against Dana Terrace, you don't stand a chance.
Wow! Not a single spell!
Oh, he's gonna be a different kind of demon, which is where this other person we saw last episode is gonna come in.
I didn't want to make you mad.
Well, I am mad at him for not being here. He left me alone.
A reward for all your hard work,
Aw.
love Hooty?
Hoot, 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 hoot. Hoot, 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 hoot. I imagine that's how Hooty would evil laugh.
Sleeping nettles don't just put you to sleep. They heighten your dreams. Do you realize who you just stuck me with?
Oh dear.
Don't let me fall asleep.
Yup! 1 bite will put you to sleep for hours! For hours!
For hours and hours and hours. They even brought that back from episode 8. Wow.
The owl beast is why I never got close to anyone. And the owl beast is why I don't have magic.
Oh. This is interesting. Each of the characters have something to be really mad about or at. Oh, he does dad. Maybe we'll see him.
You're going to say that the night your dad leaves for the mandible.
Dad?
Hey, Pumpkin. Here to see me off?
Bye!
Bye!
Dad! It's so good to see you again.
I know I won't be home for a while, so that's why tonight
Wait, I remember this now.
I'll be leaving in style.
Oh no.
I won't let you ruin this again!
To hell! Lilith, call the healing coven, now!
It wasn't your fault.
Oh dang. Now I'm having a better understanding of why her mother was so obsessed with.
doing? Rain! Nothing. I'm fine. You're lying.
Oh no. I see what they're doing now, because these are questions that I have. I think now in the back of my mind, why was her mother so obsessed the way she was? That actually is a good question. Where was her dad? Why didn't her relationship with Rain end? These were missing gaps in her story, and now we're getting them. Like, the Owl Beast really has ruined several things in her life. So, this is going to be a sad episode.
I've made a decision.
Okay, I know how this plays out. But I'll be ready this time. You hear me, bird brain?
I'm joining the Bard Coven, and
No, I hate this part.
I think we should see other people. I'm sorry, Ida. It's over. Are you okay? Is this the curse?
Just tell them. Let them help. It's fine. Everything's normal. You can leave now.
I can't do this anymore.
Don't bother, Beast. You can't run away anymore. It's over.
I've seen people theorizing about this character. On that note, though I'm not going to say anything specific, could that actually be a vision of the future? Probably not, but... Huh? Oh, is it just trying to get away from her all this time?
Neither of us want to be here, but we are, and there's no changing that. If we can't accept each other, this nightmare will never end. So what do you say? Truce? For now? It's like sandpaper. Ugh, my head. Huh? Oh, jeez, did I turn again? Whoa.
I made it worse! I made it worse!
Hooty, wait, it's okay. Hooty!
And if he's not happy, I'll never make my way into Amity's heart. I mean, make a portal back home. If you don't want to tell me about Philip or how he made his portal, maybe you can tell me how to ask out a cotton candy-haired goddess.
It's coming, y'all.
Sooner than expected.
Between finding a way home and the pursuit of love.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, obviously, it's all the Lumity stuff, which they need to address, but it also kind of represents the larger thing we're all wondering about. Like, Lewis has made very clear that she wants to go home, but she's also not sure what's going to happen when she does, and that would also mean having to leave behind everyone here. So they're kind of using her relationship with Amity to personify that, and that's really cool.
She wasn't gonna make any progress if her attention was split.
Oh, no.
And classy. Asking her out should be breathtaking, emotional, and real. Everyone back home said I was cheesy. Can't let Amity think the same.
Oh, no, no, no. Just be yourself. That's why she loves you.
As we stumble through life, gloom knows no bounds. You'll only find love when you're in the ground.
So depressing. Now knock it off.
P.S. I mean the basement. Hooty! I don't have time for this. Also, we have a basement.
Yeah, there are lots of unexplored parts of the Owl House now that I think about it.
Amity? Oh yeah, that's silly. Why would Amity be in our... Amity!
A surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one.
Luce? What?
Oh my god. I had a feeling, at least for a second, that Hooty might be, you know, sending fake love letters between them, trying to bring them together, but straight up kidnapping? That should have been more obvious. Well, as long as we're here. Let's keep going. I'm not ready for this.
I am so sorry about this. Hooty's been acting weird all day.
Yeah, house demons get like that after a couple thousand years. Listen, about what happened at my place, I kinda... If we could just forget about the whole thing, maybe?
Hey, all I care about is getting you out of our dirty, weird basement.
What the? Oh no. Oh no.
To return to the world above, make your way through the tunnel of...
Oh!
Amity says that she'll think I'm such a loser.
What is this?
Whoa!
What is Hooty? How did he set all this up? I kind of love this, but I also know that this is not how it should be.
Oh no, I'm gonna be made fun of again.
Oh.
Did you just say something?
No!
And we're really getting real into Luz's headspace, because this totally makes sense. I mean, she didn't really have any friends back in the human realm, and everyone always thought she was cheesy. So now we're like really seeing her insecurities, because she genuinely cares about Amity and like has a real friend, and she's afraid that Amity will reject her, just like Amity was afraid of Luz rejecting her. So it's like, we've seen plenty of Luz's vulnerable moments, but we're like really getting down there. I didn't expect it to take this form, but yeah.
This was a nightmare.
Yeah, it kind of was.
This wasn't me. This is all Hooty's stupid idea.
Yeah, this was stupid. I mean, us dating? That's stupid, right?
I did it again! Anyone?
I'm scared now.
Never shall I curse this home with my odious presence again! Looks like I have to do this the hard way.
How did he extract himself the last... Oh, like that.
Loose! Loose! Run!
Did you do that?
I think I did?
Dang, girl. I have a few questions for later.
Yeah, me too.
I failed you all!
No, Hooty. You actually weirdly helped me.
Yeah.
Luz, what was Hooty trying to do?
Pretend he helped you before he destroys everything!
Oh no.
He was trying to help me ask Amity out.
Oh, whoa. Do you wanna?
Then do it. Like this?
Sometimes you just gotta do it.
I've been wanting to ask you something for a while. But I wanted to do it in the best way, and in the tunnel of love, I thought, Amity's too cool for this.
I'm not as cool as you think.
Everything is so crazy right now, and I have no idea what my future holds, but it would be so cool if you were in it. So,
Come on.
Do you want to go out with me?
no, I was so ready.
I'm sorry, you can say it.
Okay. Amity Blight, do you want to go out with me?
Yeah?
Yes! Okay!
Have we ever seen her smile like that?
Why is this still so scary?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Really are something.
Everybody loves somebody sometime. And although my dream was overdue, your love made it well worth waiting for someone like you.
Ida can become Harpy Ida now.
Oh.
And Luz's new GF showed her tips and tricks to get more information from that old human's diary.
Of course Amity would have more.
They're adorable and deserve all the happiness. I had to promise never to help anyone ever again. Nevertheless, I'm a G. Everything's solved. No more mysteries.
I beg your pardon. When you see this finds its way to King Clawthorn.
Oh my gosh, a bug! Whoopsie! Hope that was junk mail!
Hooty, come on, man. Ay, caramba. Okay, guys, so that was Owl House Season 2, Episode 8. You know what? I don't even care if I'm going to change my mind on this later. This is my favorite episode of the season so far, which is really saying something considering how good this season has been, but let's get into this because there's a lot to unpack. So making Hooty the focus of the episode turned out to be more brilliant than I thought, because I thought it would follow the example of the previous episodes, him being the main focus and focusing on, his own development and his backstory. And they did go a little bit into that stuff, but he was really, the reason for having him was trying to help all the other characters. So we actually ended up getting like 3 or 4 different storylines this episode, which you think that wouldn't work, but it totally did. Because one of the fears we always express as fans, because we love all these characters, we're afraid that, some characters will get too much attention and others will not get enough attention. That's, just how it goes sometimes. We're also afraid that, they'll give into what the fandom wants and focus on too much. Like, that's always the biggest concern when it comes to Lumini, is that they're afraid that it'll be such the focus of the show that it'll take away from all the other elements. So, but thankfully that is not at all the case. Like, they struck a perfect balance between getting all these great character arcs, Lumity included, while still keeping it all balanced, making it feel that everything is equally important. So, and tying it all around Hooty, which was a great way to do it. So yeah, this episode was fantastic in its writing. And again, I've respected this season so much for its emotional honesty and its ability to be real and get a real response out of me, and they do that beautifully with the character struggles, like King legitimately being upset about his dad, and to the point where he breaks down in tears and starts to resent him for not being there. And then there's Ida, which, if I thought that the last episode ended a little too happily with her going from Rain getting captured to King taking on her family name, then it shows that, obviously Ida has a lot going on besides that, but that the ending of the last episode had to play a major role. Maybe she even said it out loud and I just missed it at the time. And Lou's just still going on about that mouse, which again represents our desire to get answers as well. That was another smart way they focused on Luz this episode, is showing how her fear of rejection based on her life in the human realm is holding her back from fully accepting other people. So again, they tied her relationship with Amity into her overall character struggle, and it ended up benefiting at the end because, her and Amity being able to face each other now and admit their feelings for each other also means that they can be there for each other, so Amity can use more of her expertise to get the mouse to give more answers. So hopefully we get more of that, because I really want to know more about this Phila Winterbane. And as I said, I like how they took a similar approach to this episode as they did to episode 8 in season 1, because episode 8 was, in season 1, was kind of a collection of stories once they had swapped bodies and focusing on them one at a time before bringing them all together. But not only did they do that premise better this time, but I just think it's cool when exactly one season later we get a similar episode, because that's one of my little nitpicks, is because I thought that if we had met Ida's mom in episode 5, then it would have been exactly 1 season after she was first foreshadowed in season 1. But again, that's just a little nitpick, so I kind of like that they did that here. Yeah, Hooty's narration was really cool. I like seeing him weave through all these different stories, and the way he goes about helping everyone is just so hilariously creative and so Hooty. It's at one point I was speculating, like, is that Hooty's problem? Is that just his inherent nature to make problems worse, and that's just what he's gonna do? But no, while that does seem to be the case eventually, it actually weirdly does help people, like Ida said. So I just like seeing that happen. I like how he helped King confront his own problems, and we got a lot more information about demons, maybe stuff even King didn't know, or at least we got to see him in the student position for a change. And so that was really fun. And I like when they highlight what Hooty does right and they highlight what he does wrong. When he says, oh, that's okay, we just accept you. And that was a pretty bold thing for King to say, which is true, is that sometimes it's not enough to just say that you love somebody and you accept them. You still need to help them work through their own problems, which thankfully King was able to do at least a little bit, although Hooty at the very end of the episode seems to have made that a lot more difficult, but I'm sure that's just a fake out for the time being. And that makes me even more curious to learn about King's past, because not only are we wondering where his dad is and where he comes from, but it seems that he's also an entirely different type of demon that Hooty and himself cannot identify. So hopefully this character that we see can provide some answers, but somehow he has a lot deeper voice than I expected, but that shouldn't really surprise me considering he's an adult and a demon, so, but man, that really does irritate me that Hooty ate that letter, but I guess it is technically in character for Hooty, and I know that character is going to show up again probably in the next couple episodes, so it's not a huge deal for right now. And while King has powers, I went from speculating, oh, does that mean King can do magic, to, yeah, he can do magic, some kind of really weird, powerful destruction magic, so we've got to get more of that. I assume that's going to really come in handy. It'll be cool to see King actually hold his own, like he's apparently going through demon puberty right now, so he's getting ready to grow up a bit and develop powers, so yeah, that'll be interesting. Speaking of powers, let's get to talking about Ida, because wow, was that one of my favorite parts of the episode too, was seeing her go through her whole dream sequence. That whole segment is a good example of the right way to go about setting up a mystery and then delivering answers. Sometimes it's not even to directly call attention to it, it's just to let it speak for itself. And because this, you know, answered a lot of questions, even some that I wasn't fully consciously aware of. Like, where has Ida's dad been? What happened to him in the past? Why was her mother so completely fixated? We get a little more insight to that. We also got more information about Ida and Rain, and that's what I had wondered when we saw that flashback last episode, is why didn't they stay together? Why didn't they at least stay in touch or keep being friends? And the curse was a part of that. That was actually their breakup, and instead of being honest with Rain, which is probably what led to the breakup in the first place, Ida pushed them away because of the curse. But then they followed up on that in a way that made total sense based on what happened in episode 4, but was still surprising because Ida's mom said that I love and accept every part of you. It's a part of you, whether we like it to or not. But they take that a step further, and Ida once again comes to that same conclusion. And she even realizes that she can't hate the owl beast itself, because it seems that even it doesn't want to be there. Like, it wasn't the one who cursed her. It didn't ask to merge with her, so it seems that it's, you know, coming out is almost its way of trying to get away. So she and the owl beast actually have to learn to accept each other, which is not ideal for either of them, but it's just what they have to do. And it led to a new power for Ida. Like, I almost thought that was going to be permanent, which I kind of wish that it was, because that would have been something that she and the others had to learn to deal with. But at the very least, she can summon it and it's going to be there. It gives her a little more control, and maybe she can even do some magic now again. There were so many, especially near the end of Ida's dream sequence, there were so many details that I wasn't sure if, like, oh, is that in the future? Is that the past? Is that something that really happened? Or is it just a visual metaphor in Ida's mind? And there was that character in the robe with the stars, which I haven't watched the trailer, but I have seen people talking about that and foreshadowing that it could be someone like Amity or something based on little hints and pieces. That's what I didn't bring up, so that's what made me think that it could be a vision to the future. But so yeah, raises a lot more questions that need answers. And I guess it's finally time to talk about the real highlight of this episode, is Luz's segment and everything with her and Amity. Oh my god, right at the beginning they get to, this mouse is the only way I can get into Amity's heart, and I should have known what was coming after that. I thought this was just going to be set up for a future episode, but no, it's like they got to it right here. I thought that Hooty was like setting up some kind of date between them by passing fake notes, but he went a step further and actually brought Amity and like forced Luz to confront her feelings. So everything we got was just so awesome and so adorable, and made me really nervous because I didn't know how horribly wrong it was gonna go. But the end result was worth it. Like, I guess Luz and Amity are actually dating now, or they're gonna go on dates. So like, they're getting to this stuff a lot earlier than I thought they would, and that's great because there's more time for it to continue developing later. I mean, seriously, this relationship is just so well done. It's gradual over time. It's cool to see where they were at the beginning and where they are now. Like, they both have the same insecurities and they help each other with those insecurities. It's young love. It's adorable and sweet, and it's just, and you know, the representation, like, they can actually do this stuff now on a Disney Channel show aimed at children, and I just think that's wonderful, and it's just a good relationship, period. And I really love both of these characters. All those reactions on their faces, both good and bad. Like, have we ever seen Amity like really smile like that? Maybe it's kind of hard to remember, but that is just so heartwarming to see a character who's just, you know, been so detached a lot of her life and was, had to distance herself from her friends and couldn't accept her feelings, just come so far over the course of this show. That just makes me so happy. And it led to a nice resolution for Hooty too. Even though he did go too far, he has to promise like not to help people anymore, but good things did come out of his actions and he felt better because of it. So even if he did screw up again at the end when this other character shows up with a message for King, but I guess we can't get to that too soon, and I know it's going to be coming eventually, so I'm really looking forward to that. I loved this episode. I loved everything that we got, how they balanced so much good stuff together, while also setting up more things for the rest of the season. So yeah, fantastic episode. I'm just gonna say that it's my favorite of the season so far, and I'm so ready to see more. And with that, I'm gonna turn it over to you guys. What did you think of this episode? What were your favorite parts? What are you looking forward to now? How much are you just loving this season in general? Whatever it is, feel free to share your thoughts down in the comments and let me know what you think. If this is your first time on the channel, be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. Also be sure to check out my other videos. It really does mean a lot. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you for Owl House Season 2, Episode 9.